Mark Portnoy once wrote, "A young boy and his father, idol and best friend." What he's trying to say is that a father is someone who you should be able to look up to, but is also your best friend. This is definitely the case for me. I feel this way too. My dad has shown me how to get through anything to achieve your dreams. He's also shown me that admirable leadership will make anybody follow you to do whatever you want. And finally, his bravery or sheer laughable stupidity can get us into a lot of problems, but it also has gotten us out of those very same problems. For those reasons, I think that my dad is the living metaphor for what life is and how one should live it. Adversity is a tough thing. We all face it. In the summer of 5th and 6th grade, my dream was to be a percussionist in the band. And for some of you who might not know, there was instrument fittings that we did between 5th and 6th grade, and that's when you went in and you grabbed an instrument and tried to play it. And I walked in and there was no drums to be seen, and I hated that so much. And right before school started, you get the letters, and they gave me the letter, and I opened it up, and there was written out on the line, trombone in orange pen. Well, I thought it was over for me, because that's all I wanted to do. I never wanted to see anything other than percussion on that line. Well, my dad helped me with that. He got on his computer instantly. He took a day off work and emailed Mr. Newman with the longest email I've ever seen, describing how much I really wanted to play in the drum line. And after about a month or two of back and forth, I was allowed in. And thanks to that, almost all of my friends that I've ever had come from that one email being sent. And if you can't tell by this point, my dad and I bond over music a lot, but it's not the only place we bond. As Mike Portnoy also wrote, the record shop's and the baseball fields, my home away from home. It's on the baseball fields where I enjoy the company of children learning to play the game, parents cheering on the teams, and the occasional friends stopping by to talk to me. But I also enjoy spending time there with my dad. And many of you may know I am an umpire. My dad is the head umpire. And 2 years ago, we were having a tournament for, I think, 12-year-olds. And it just started downpouring. And nobody knew what to do. Everybody was panicking. And my dad just came up into the crow's nest and gathered us all around and just told us to go start sweeping. And we had no idea what to do, but it was just his ability to take charge and lead everybody that got the games going again and got the fields cleaned up. And his leadership is infectious, and that is certainly the case for, I hope, everybody, that somebody can have that in their life, somebody that can do that to them. However, sometimes that leadership can become dangerous or just plain stupid. On a hiking trip in Canada, we came across this area called the Escarpment Slope. And we were looking for waterfalls, and my dad just said, "Hey, let's go off this trail and look for some waterfalls that aren't marked." That was a bad idea. We ended up hiking in a circle for 3 hours, only to find out that we'd come right back to the same point we started in and hadn't seen any new waterfalls. But then we realized there was no way back to the trail, and the only way up said danger, do not enter, and it was a 300-foot hillside with nothing to grab onto. So my dad just said, "Hey, let's go up that thing." And we all thought he was crazy, but it was because of his bravery that we got into that situation, so it was his responsibility to get us out of there. And it eventually worked, and after mud caking ourselves for the half-an-hour climb up, we finally got back. All things that I've said are reasons why I firmly believe my dad's living metaphor for how you should live your life. He has shown me how to achieve your dreams in the face of adversity by pushing forward until you get there. He's shown me how to be an effective leader and make people follow you, and I feel that's affected me as being the drumline section leader. He's also shown me how to solve problems when you get yourself into them. If I have one thing to tell you that I've learned from my dad, is that you need to keep pushing forward, and life is like the escarpment slope. And it's really bad down here at the bottom, but you just need to keep pushing until you get to your top and achieve your dreams.